in a neon-lit Earth fused with alien wonders, for legendary heroes, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, and Iron Man, stand united against a cosmic apocalypse. A savage alien warlord, Zorvith the Shredder, claws through the sky, his glowing talons ripping reality itself, demanding Earth's surrender to unlock the cosmic gate. With floating cities crumbling and storms of energy raging, the heroes charge into battle, their powers clashing in a symphony of light, web, shadow, and tech. But as civilians scream and the ground quakes, a dark secret emerges. The gate holds not just power, but the fate of universes intertwined. Who will prevail in this viral storm of heroism, betrayal, and interstellar fury? Earth's guardians, or the beast from the void? The merged world and heroes assemble, 1,000 words. In the year 2147, Earth was no longer the blue marble of old. The Great Convergence, a cosmic cataclysm a century ago, had ripped open wormholes, spilling alien technology and energies that reshaped the planet into a dazzling, dangerous hybrid. Neo-Metropolis, the crown jewel of this new Earth, pulsed with life. Floating skyscrapers, tethered by shimmering anti-gravity fields, pierced clouds streaked with violet cosmic storms. Holographic billboards danced alongside bioluminescent alien vines that crawled up steel spires, their glows merging in a neon symphony. Hyperrails zipped commuters through glowing portals, while drones and sleek starships darted across skies alive with energy. Occasionally, a cosmic storm would flare, raining radiant particles that powered everything from streetlights to citywide energy shields. Yet, beneath this wonder, dread simmered. Humanity had just learned of alien warlords, beings of godlike power, who saw Earth as a pawn in their galactic games. In this volatile world, for legends stood as Earth's shield: Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, and Iron Man. They weren't just heroes, they were myths made flesh, their names whispered in awe by civilians hiding in neon-lit alleys. Today, they faced a threat unlike any before: Zorvith the Shredder, an alien warlord whose arrival had torn the sky asunder. Superman hovered above Neo-Metropolis, his iconic blue suit glowing faintly with absorbed cosmic energy, cape snapping like a flag in a storm. His chiseled frame radiated power, muscles taut, eyes burning with resolve. His powers were unmatched: super strength to shatter moons, flight that outran sound, heat vision that could carve through titanium, and a cosmic aura that made him near invulnerable. Decades of battling tyrants, from Lex Luthor to Darkseid, had sharpened his instincts, but his heart beat for one thing: protecting his adopted Earth, a fragile world he'd sworn to save since landing in Smallville's fields. Below, Spider-Man swung through the city's floating platforms, his red and blue suit a blur against the neon skyline. His web shooters, upgraded with alien nanotech, fired glowing strands that stuck to energy shields as easily as steel. Enhanced by a cosmic mutation, his agility was supernatural, his spider sense now a near-precognitive pulse that screamed danger. Peter Parker's quips masked a fierce drive. Every life saved was a redemption for those he'd lost, like Uncle Ben. "All right, Big Blue," he called up to Superman. "You handle the glowy stuff. I'll keep the streets from turning into a sci-fi horror flick." On a rooftop, Batman stood like a shadow carved from the night, his black and gray suit augmented with alien-derived stealth tech that let him vanish into the city's pulse. His mind, sharper than any blade, had already analyzed Zorvith's tech from grainy drone footage. Armed with a utility belt packed with EMP grenades, plasma batarangs, and a neural-linked exosuit for strength, Bruce Wayne fought not for glory, but for Gotham's soul, a city he'd bled for since his parents' murder. "Focus, Parker," he growled through his comms. "This isn't a game. The alien's armor adapts. We need a plan, not jokes." High above, Iron Man rocketed through the sky, his crimson and gold suit a masterpiece of human and alien engineering. Tony Stark's latest Mark XC armor bristled with repulsors, plasma cannons, and a sentient AI Jarvis, now infused with alien code for real-time battle analysis. His genius was his true power, turning scraps into world-saving tech. "Relax, Spats," Tony's voice crackled. "I've got enough firepower to make this guy wish he stayed in his galaxy. Let's light him up." His suit's thrusters flared, leaving a trail of ionic sparks. The city trembled as Zorvith the Shredder descended. He was a nightmare of alien evolution. 8 feet of sinewy muscle, his skin a metallic obsidian that shimmered with bioluminescent veins. Glowing claws, each pulsing with green plasma, extended from his hands, sharp enough to slice through reality itself. His eyes burned like twin suns, and his jagged maw curled into a sneer. Alien armor, alive with shifting nanites, clung to his form, sprouting tendrils that crackled with energy. A spiked tail lashed behind him, and his voice boomed, a guttural roar that shook the air. Kneel, worms of earth, or I'll tear your world to ash and claim the Cosmic Gate. Zorvith's motives were clear. The Cosmic Gate, a convergence relic buried beneath Neo-Metropolis, was a portal to infinite realms and infinite power. His ruthless cunning was legendary. He'd raised entire systems, adapting to every foe with his armor's tech and his own energy manipulation. Teleportation let him flicker across battlefields, while his claws could channel plasma to melt steel or disrupt energy fields. His strategy was chaos, overwhelm, terrify, dominate. The city erupted in panic. Civilians screamed, fleeing as Zorvith's claws slashed a skyscraper, sending molten debris raining down. Energy shields flickered under his plasma blasts, and defense drones sparked and fell. Superman's eyes narrowed, scanning Zorvith's armor with X-ray vision. Adaptive nanites, he muttered. His tech counters energy attacks. We hit him hard, fast, and physical. He rocketed forward, a sonic boom rattling the city. Supes, wait! Spider-Man yelled, webbing a falling girder to save a crowd. This guy's claws are giving my spider sense a migraine. Batman's grapple gun fired, pulling him to a higher vantage. Flank him, he ordered. Stark, disrupt his tech. Parker, keep civilians clear. Iron Man's repulsors hummed. On it, Bats. Let's see how this guy likes a taste of my new plasma disruptors. Superman's fists glowed with cosmic energy as he closed in, the city's neon glow reflecting off his suit. Stand down, Zorvith, he warned, voice like thunder. Earth's not yours to break. Zorvith laughed, a sound like grinding metal. You're nothing, Kryptonian. I'll carve your heart and open the gate. His claws slashed, sending arcs of plasma tearing through the air. Superman dodged, his speed a blur, but the energy grazed his aura, sparking violently. The battle began on a floating skyscraper, its glass shattering as Superman tackled Zorvith, their impact sending shockwaves. Spider-Man swung in, webbing Zorvith's legs, but the alien teleported, reappearing behind Peter with a claw raised. Batman's plasma batarang exploded, forcing Zorvith back. Iron Man's repulsors lit the sky, but Zorvith's armor absorbed the blast, glowing brighter. Adaptive, huh? Tony smirked. Let's try overload. Superman's moral compass burned bright. A child's cry echoed below, and he broke off, flying to shield a collapsing platform, debris bouncing off his back. Get to safety, he roared to civilians. Zorvith's taunt followed. Your heart bleeds for these ants. It'll be your end. Superman's jaw clenched. Saving lives slowed him, but it was who he was. Yet a question gnawed. If he destroyed Zorvith, would the gate's power destabilize Earth? The fight escalated, the hero's powers painting the sky. Superman's heat vision searing, Spider-Man's webs glowing, Batman's stealth strikes precise, Iron Man's tech blazing. Zorvith's claws tore steel like paper, his teleportation a deadly dance. The city trembled, its fate hanging on this clash of titans. The neon-lit chaos of Neo-Metropolis roared as Superman rocketed toward Zorvith the Shredder, his fists glowing with cosmic energy. The floating skyscraper they'd crashed into groaned, its anti-gravity core flickering as shards of glass rained like deadly confetti. Zorvith's claws, pulsing with green plasma, slashed through the air, carving molten trails in the platform's steel. Superman dodged, his superspeed a blur, but the alien's teleportation made him a ghost, reappearing behind to strike. A claw grazed Superman's shoulder, sparking against his cosmic aura, the impact shaking the city below. You're slow, Kryptonian. Zorvith snarled, his voice a metallic rasp. This world falls tonight. Spider-Man swung in, his glowing webs lashing Zorvith's legs. Slow. Buddy, you're fighting the guy who outruns light. His spider sense screamed, and he flipped backward as Zorvith's tail whipped, shattering a pylon. Batman's shadow flickered nearby, his plasma batarang exploding in a burst of light, forcing Zorvith to teleport again. Iron Man hovered above, his Mark XC armor humming. Jarvis, analyze his tech. Tony snapped. Adaptive nanites, sir. Jarvis replied. They absorb and redirect energy. Suggest kinetic strikes. Tony grinned. Time to get physical. Superman's heat vision lanced out, twin beams of red fire, searing toward Zorvith. The alien's armor glowed, absorbing the energy, its nanites shifting to form a reflective shield. Pathetic. Zorvith roared, hurling a plasma-charged claw swipe that tore through a skyscraper's facade, sending debris cascading toward civilians below. Superman broke off, diving to catch a falling girder, his muscles straining as he set it gently down. Run, he bellowed to the crowd, his voice cutting through the panic. A mother clutched her child, eyes wide with awe and fear. He's saving us, she whispered. Zorvith capitalized, teleporting above Superman and slamming him into the platform, cracking it. Your weakness is their fragility, he taunted, claws slashing. Superman rolled, his super strength launching a counterpunch that sent Zorvith skidding across the skyscraper, sparks flying. Spider-Man webbed Zorvith's arm, yanking hard, but the alien's tail sliced the webbing, freeing him. This guy's like a cosmic Swiss Army knife. Peter quipped, dodging a plasma blast that melted a railing. The fight spilled into the sky, a dazzling clash of powers. Superman soared, trading blows with Zorvith, each punch a sonic boom that rattled Neo Metropolis's shields. Iron Man's repulsors lit the night, their blue arcs weaving through Zorvith's teleported dodges. Batman grappled to a higher platform, deploying EMP drones that buzzed around Zorvith, briefly disrupting his armor's glow. His teleportations tied to the nanites. Batman growled through comms. Overload them. Spider-Man swung between floating spires, webbing drones to civilians, pulling them to safety. On it, Bats, but I'm running out of web fluid here. Zorvith's eyes flared, and he unleashed a wave of energy manipulation, a green pulse that warped the air. Superman's aura flickered under the assault, but he pushed through, grabbing Zorvith and hurling him toward the ground. The alien crashed into a hyperrail station, the impact sending shock waves that shattered windows. Civilians screamed, huddling behind energy barriers. A young boy, clutching a Superman action figure, shouted, "Get him, Superman!" The Man of Steel's jaw tightened. Every second he fought, lives hung in the balance. On the ground, Zorvith rose, his armor adapting, sprouting new claws. He teleported, appearing behind Iron Man, slashing his armor's thrusters. Sparks erupted as Tony spiraled, stabilizing just before crashing. Okay, ugly, Tony muttered. Let's try this. He unleashed a sonic pulse, the sound waves disrupting Zorvith's nanites, making him stagger. Superman seized the moment, his super speed carrying him in a blur to deliver a bone-rattling uppercut. Zorvith's body slammed into a shield generator, the structure collapsing in a shower of sparks. You can't stop me. Zorvith roared, his tail lashing, sending a plasma whip toward Spider-Man. Peter flipped, barely avoiding it, but the whip sliced a hyperrail, derailing a train. Batman's grapple shot out, catching the train's edge, his exosuit straining to hold it. Start now, he barked. Iron Man's chest plate glowed, firing a concentrated plasma disruptor. Zorvith's armor flickered, nanites short-circuiting, but he teleported again, appearing above the city, claws raised. The gate is mine, he screamed, energy building in his hands. Superman hovered, chest heaving, eyes scanning Zorvith's weakened armor. He's powering up for something big, he said, voice low. We end this now, or the city's gone. His moral compass burned. He could unleash his full strength, but the collateral damage might bury Neo Metropolis. Zorvith's motives flashed in his mind. Conquest, yes, but also revenge. Something drove this alien beyond power. What's the gate to you? Superman demanded. Zorvith's eyes narrowed. It's my vengeance, my kind salvation. The air crackled, the battle poised to explode further. The skies above Neo-Metropolis blazed as Superman surged upward, a streak of blue and red against the crackling cosmic storm. Zorvith the Shredder hovered, his obsidian armor pulsing with green energy, claws extended like daggers of light. The air warped around him, his energy manipulation building into a sphere of raw power. "Your world ends now," he roared, unleashing a plasma wave that tore through floating platforms, sending debris spiraling. Superman's eyes glowed red, heat vision slicing through the wave, the collision erupting in a shower of sparks that lit the neon city below like a supernova. Spider-Man swung through the chaos, his glowing webs snaring a falling drone to shield civilians. "This guy's not messing around," he shouted, his spider sense a deafening hum as Zorvith teleported, claws slashing where Peter had been a split second before. Batman, perched on a crumbling spire, launched EMP drones, their pulses buzzing around Zorvith's armor. "His nanites are overheating." Batman growled through comms. "Keep the pressure on." Iron Man rocketed in, his armor's repulsors firing sonic blasts that made Zorvith's armor flicker. "Eat this, Space Wolverine." Tony quipped, dodging a plasma whip that carved a glowing scar across a skyscraper. Superman tackled Zorvith midair, their collision a sonic boom that shattered windows. The alien's claws raked Superman's chest, sparking against his cosmic aura, but the Man of Steel countered with a super-strength uppercut, sending Zorvith crashing into a hyperrail bridge. The structure buckled, cables snapping like thunder. Civilians below screamed, huddling behind flickering energy shields. A teenager, recording on a hollow device, yelled, "Superman, don't let him win." Clark's heart clenched. Every blow risked the city, but surrender wasn't an option. Zorvith teleported, reappearing above, his tail lashing a plasma arc that forced Superman to dive, shielding a crowd from the blast. "You cling to these ants." Zorvith sneered, his eyes burning. "The gate will free my kin, trapped beyond your stars." His words hit Superman like a punch. Zorvith wasn't just a conqueror. He fought for his people's survival. But Earth couldn't pay the price. Superman's X-ray vision scanned Zorvith's armor, spotting a glowing core in his chest. "That's his power source," he muttered. "If we crack it, he's done." The battle escalated, a whirlwind of light and destruction. Spider-Man webbed Zorvith's legs, yanking him off balance, while Iron Man's plasma disruptors hammered the alien's armor, nanites sparking wildly. Batman's grapple gun fired, pulling him to Zorvith's flank, where he planted a nano-explosive. The blast staggered Zorvith, his teleportation glitching. Superman seized the moment, flying at blinding speed, his fist slamming into Zorvith's chest. The core cracked, leaking green energy, and Zorvith roared, teleporting erratically, crashing into a floating platform. The city trembled as the cosmic gates pulse, buried deep beneath Neo-Metropolis, flared, a low hum that shook the ground. Superman's super hearing caught it, a signal of the gate awakening. "He's trying to activate it," he warned. Iron Man's HUD lit up. "Jarvis says that pulse could rip a hole to another dimension. We gotta shut it down." Spider-Man swung low, webbing civilians to safety. "Yeah, but how do we stop a cosmic tantrum?" Zorvith rose, armor flickering but claws still deadly. "You'll die before I fail them," he bellowed, unleashing a desperate energy surge. Superman blocked it, his aura flaring, but the shockwave toppled a skyscraper spire. Batman dove, his exosuit catching the debris, muscles straining. "Focus on the core," he barked. Superman nodded, his moral compass steady. He'd protect the city, even if it meant ending Zorvith's hope. "Last chance, Zorvith. Stand down." The alien's laugh was bitter. "Never." The heroes closed in, their powers a symphony of chaos. Superman's heat vision searing, Spider-Man's webs binding, Batman's explosives flashing, Iron Man's repulsors roaring. Zorvith fought like a cornered beast, his claws tearing reality, but the core's cracks widened, energy leaking. The gate's pulse grew louder, the battle's climax looming as Neo-Metropolis hung in the balance. Neo-Metropolis quaked as the cosmic gate's pulse thundered, a deep hum rattling the city's core. Superman plummeted from the sky, grappling Zorvith the Shredder. There descend a meteor of blue and obsidian crashing into the heart of the city. The impact cratered the ground near the hyperrail hub, energy shields flickering as debris flew. Zorvith's cracked armor sparked, green energy leaking from his chest core, but his claws still glowed, slashing wildly. "You'll never stop the gate," he roared, his voice a guttural snarl. Superman's eyes blazed, heat vision searing Zorvith's shoulder, melting nanites. "I'll stop you," he vowed, dodging a plasma whip that scorched the pavement. Spider-Man swung down, webbing Zorvith's tail to a shattered pillar. "Stay still, glow stick," he yelled, but Zorvith teleported, glitching, and reappeared, clawing through the webs. Iron Man landed, his armor scorched but repulsors blazing. "Jarvis, reroute power to the disruptors," he barked, firing a pulse that staggered Zorvith, his core flickering. Batman emerged from the shadows, his exosuit scarred, tossing a nano-EMP that exploded, short-circuiting Zorvith's teleportation. "His core is critical," Batman rasped. "Hit it now." Civilians huddled nearby, their screams piercing the chaos. A girl clutched her father, whispering, "They'll save us, right?" Superman's superhearing caught it, fueling his resolve. He tackled Zorvith, pinning him against a toppled shield generator, sparks flying as his super strength crushed the alien's armor. Zorvith's eyes burned with desperation. "The gate, my people," he gasped, revealing a flicker of pain. His kin were trapped in a dying dimension. Superman hesitated, his moral compass torn. Destroying Zorvith could doom another race, but letting him live risked Earth. The gate's pulse surged, a violet glow erupting from the ground, cracking streets. Iron Man's HUD flashed warnings. "That thing's about to blow a hole in reality," he shouted, firing repulsors. Spider-Man webbed civilians to safety, his quip strained. "This is worse than rush hour." Batman's grapple pulled a child from falling rubble, his voice cold. "Superman, end this." Clark's jaw clenched. He'd save Earth, even if it meant carrying the weight of Zorvith's loss. Superman's fist glowed, cosmic energy surging as he aimed for Zorvith's core. The alien fought back, claws tearing into Superman's side, sparks flying against his aura. "You know nothing of sacrifice." Zorvith spat, unleashing a final energy wave. Superman blocked it, the shock wave shattering a hyperrail track. Iron Man's sonic blast hit Zorvith's core, cracks widening. Spider-Man webbed the alien's arms, pinning them. Batman's explosive batarang detonated, and Superman drove his fist into the core. A blinding flash erupted, Zorvith screaming as his armor shattered, energy dissipating. The gate's pulse faltered, but the ground still shook, violet light pulsing. Zorvith collapsed, claws dimming, his voice a whisper. "My kin lost." Superman knelt, conflicted. "There had to be another way," he murmured. Iron Man hovered, grim. "Not today, big guy." The hero stood amid the wreckage, the gate's glow fading but not gone, hinting at greater dangers. The city cheered, but Superman's heart was heavy. Victory came at a cost, and the cosmic gate still whispered its secrets. Neo Metropolis lay scarred, its neon glow dimmed by the battle's toll. The cosmic gate's violet pulse weakened, but its hum lingered, a heartbeat beneath the rubble. Superman stood over Zorvith's broken form, the alien's armor shattered, green energy fading from his core. The Shredder's claws twitched, his glowing eyes dimming. "You doom us all," he whispered, voice cracking with despair. Superman's fist unclenched, his heart heavy. Zorvith's fight was for his kin, trapped beyond the gate. But Earth's safety came first. Spider-Man swung to Superman's side, webbing still clinging to debris. "We did it, right? Big Bad's down." His voice wavered, sensing the tension. Iron Man landed, his suit sparking, HUD flickering. "Jarvis says the gate's unstable," Tony warned. "We didn't stop it, just slowed it." Batman emerged from the shadows, his cape torn. "The gate's tied to Zorvith's tech," he said, scanning the alien with a hollow device. "His core's still linked. We need to sever it." Civilians watched, hope and fear in their eyes. A woman shouted, "You saved us." But Superman's gaze stayed on Zorvith. "There's always a cost," he murmured, his moral compass wrestling with the alien's motives. Revenge, yes, but also salvation for his people. He knelt, X-ray vision confirming the core's faint pulse. "We can't let it activate," he said, resolute. Superman gripped Zorvith's chest plate, cosmic aura flaring as he tore the core free, sparks erupting. The gate's hum faltered, violet light dimming. Zorvith gasped, "My kin lost," and fell still, his eyes dark. The heroes stood silent, the weight of victory sinking in. Spider-Man broke the quiet. "Did we just kill his whole race?" Batman's glare was cold. "We saved ours." Iron Man's repulsors powered down. "Sometimes that's the math." The gate's pulse stopped, the ground steadying. Neo-Metropolis's shields flickered back to life, civilians cheering as drones cleared rubble. Superman flew skyward, scanning the city, cratered streets, toppled spires, but lives preserved. His heart ached. Zorvith's defeat saved Earth, but closed a door to another world's hope. "We'll find another way," he vowed silently, cape billowing in the cosmic wind. The heroes regrouped, their power spent but spirits unbroken. Spider-Man webbed a broken rail, joking, "Next time, I'm calling in sick." Iron Man smirked, "You wish, webhead." Batman vanished into the night, already planning defenses for the gate's next threat. Superman looked to the stars, the city's neon reflecting in his eyes. The cosmic gate was silent for now, but its secrets whispered of battles yet to come.